that. My God. It's your girl, Kathy from Kathy's Kitchen. Yep. I came home early today. I said, Jerome, I'm starving. I ain't got to be at work all day. I was supposed to cook this trout sandwich tonight for dinner, but I think I want to eat this for lunch. So I want to show y'all this first. This steelhead trout. I got this from Aldi. You see the price of that? Really good. And I just want you to see how beautiful this trout looks. It is a beautiful piece of trout. You see that? That's the skin. You'll see it when I flip it over so you can see the other side. But I'm going to make Jerome and I a sandwich today. I'm so excited because I'm so hungry. Now, I prefer salmon, but Jerome prefers trout. So sometimes you meet in the middle. I like them both, but this is what he wanted. So we're going to do trout today. So I'm just oiling the skin because I like my skin to get nice and crispy. Then I'm going to flip this side over and put some oil on this side. And this is olive oil. I'm using olive oil. So we're going to rub that in nice. But what I wanted to season mine with this time was this Korean barbecue seasoning that I got from Aldi. I love it. I tell y'all, I put it on everything. But I have not used it yet on any fish. So I'm going to use it today. So you shake up high, remember? So you can see how much hits that. And this is some really good seasoning. Really, really, really good. Really good flavor. I'm going to use some granulated garlic. Shake some on there. And I've already preheat my air fryer to 400 degrees. And I am going to put this in the air fryer from 8 to 11 minutes. So I will probably go 10 minutes. And it's really until it's nice and flaky. Yep. And I'm going to shake a little bit of paprika on there. Here it is. Yep. I forgot to take him out. So we'll shake a little bit of that on there. Just like so. All right. I'm going to give him one more rub like that. Another drizzle of olive oil. Now we're going to go ahead and place this inside my wonderful air fryer that my children got me for Christmas. Let me move this back out the way. So let's sit this in there. Like I said, I did already preheat it to 400 degrees, and we're going to set this baby for, we're going to go 10 minutes. All right, so we're going to let that go. Put that in there, but let me turn my camera a little. So now we over here on the good stuff. So now that I'm over here, let me grab my cutting board. So I have bought these amazing buns. I got them up to the right side. Yes, I do. Sriracha Brioche buns. This is the first time I ever seen these at Aldi. So I was very excited to use them. And I do have my pans pre-warmed over there. And I did not. But you know what? We're going to do something real special today. Since these are Sriracha buns, we're going to use, look, Sriracha mayo on our buns. So I'm going to grab out one for me and one for Romero. Okay? Let's put that over there. And let me get my nice little spreader that I love to use. Let's open that and look. They are kind of reddish on the inside. Somebody just popped in. He been working hard, y'all, this morning because we about to get out of here soon. We'll be back in those friendly skies. So we got a lot of work to get done before we leave. So, you know, gotta work to play. So let's spread that on just like so. Spread that on. Now y'all know we like spicy. At the end of all of this, it's gonna have some Chicago peppers on there. So spread. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and put these in our pan. And I'll probably turn it just a little more so you can kind of see it. All right, I'm put that in there. See them in the pan, and I'm just gonna let these get a nice grill on them. So while that is happening, I have a small little pan back here. You can kind of see it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some of these vegetables because I'm going to make a nice little slaw dressing for our sandwich. I don't know, I love a good sloppy sandwich. So let me move over here a little bit closer to this side. Let's slice up some onion really thin, some red onion. I just thought red onion would look really good on there. I got some white onion and some yellow onion in there, but this is what I wanted. So we're going to cut that. That's about enough right there. Sit that there. And I'm going to cut them just one more time like that. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I got these sweet peppers because I'm going to roast these in the pan first. Or saute, I said roast, more of a saute, not a roast. And then I'm gonna add them into our sauce. So yeah, that's gonna be really good. And I did get these at Aldi as well. Anybody that's curious about it. So let's slice it. And I like stuff on my sandwich. It makes me feel like I'm eating something really good when I have all this stuff on it. I don't know if everybody else feel that way, but I do. Let's test our buns. Look how beautiful. Oh yeah, that one a little longer. That one a little longer. Both of those. I'm gonna turn those. They're almost ready though. They look beautiful. Nothing like a good sandwich. Now y'all all know I always tell y'all bread from the devil. But sometimes we got to play with the devil. And it's Friday. Y'all know what's our cheat day on Friday. You know, I go and, meet them up somewhere in the middle so I can have some of the stuff I just really love, but trying to maintain my weight at the same time. So I'm excited to get some of this deviled bread with sriracha made in it. Only Aldi think of that stuff. I love the selection that they have when I go in their store. It's always something new and fresh. It's never always exactly the same. It's what I love about it. All right, so these are now ready to come off. Yeah, see, now it's perfect. It has toasted long. I'm gonna let that one a little longer. It's almost toasted a little longer enough. And I'm guessing, yep, I don't have it all the way on the eye. So let me move it a little bit. I didn't have my pan on. We want these to be nice, not just wet, from the oil, from the mayo, because once it heats up, mayo ain't nothing but some oil, some eggs and oil. But I want it to kind of sear a little bit, kind of like that one, so you kind of get a little crispiness on there. So, but it is going great. Let's try it now. See, now he's ready. I just didn't have them all the way on the fire like I wanted. Okay. And that one's still a little bit longer, a couple seconds. But I am going to make a nice little slaw or salad mix to go on here on our fish. We're going to have a good, there, that's good. So I'm going to move this one, turn that off, and we're going to move him right here. And let's put all those veggies in there that I just sliced up. Let's move them right in there. Yep. Yeah, we're going to saute those up a little bit. Yeah. All right, it's time for me to flip. It said doot. So look, let me turn so y'all can go with me. Okay. Now let's pull that out. Ooh, look how beautiful that looks. Can you see that? Let me say, I hope you can. Let me get a spatula. Yeah, oh yeah, he's cooking up nice. You know what? I'm not gonna flip it. I'm gonna put it back and I'm gonna let it finish off just like this. I believe enough air is getting under there from the bottom. We're not gonna flip it. We're gonna let him keep on going. But he looks phenomenal. Back over here to where we were. All right, so we see that coming all up nice. Yeah, just a little. Just soften up these onions and sweet peppers just a little bit, like that. All right, I want to show y'all something funny, right? Y'all remember these peppers? Those hot jalapeno peppers from Aldi? I kept the juice, right? And I was like, I got some jalapeno peppers in the house. I said, I'm just going to go ahead and slice them and add it to the juice since I can't find them anymore. I want y'all to know these peppers are atomic hot. I can't even eat one of that hot. I said, so whatever pepper Aldi's using to make these, I don't know, because it wasn't like my jalapeno pepper. I could barely even swallow that pepper, was that hot. And y'all know I like some hot food, but I just thought that was really funny. You just got to get the original on some things, okay? All right, so I'm turning that off. And what we're going to do, we're going to start off right here, back with this sriracha mayo. We're going to squeeze some in the bowl, just like so. That's good. Enough for 2 sandwiches, is what I say. We're going to add those amazing veggies in there, just like that. And we're going to add some, minced garlic, okay? Let me grab my little teaspoon. And this is like a half teaspoon. I'm going to scoop through in there. That's perfect. That top on there. And I wanted to add my, here it is, right here. A little of this chimichurri seasoning. Now, this I did not get at Aldi, but Like I said, the world is your oyster. So you can find anything you want. The world is so small, so you can find this on probably Amazon, anywhere. Just look it up on the internet or a local grocery store on Instacart. You probably could just find it. Just type it in. And oh, I almost forgot my little red wine vinegar. Let me grab a little bit of that. All right, we'll take that. I lost my cap off my red wine vinegar, so I had to get creative. I keep rubber bands and sandwich bags in my drawer, so here we go. With just a little bit of that in there, just a little bit. That's right. And there you go, banana peppers. Gonna add some of those in there. Let me see, I can grab a couple just like that. I'm gonna chop them up just a little bit. Just a little bit, so they won't be in such big chunks on our sandwich. But chunky at the same time. Put that top on there. Yep. And now we can use this. Now we're gonna mix this all together like so. Here we go. Wonderful. See that? Look how wonderful that is. Let me give it a little taste. Oh, y'all gonna love this. This is so good. And I have some baby arugula and spinach that we're gonna use as the lettuce on here. And it's the same one y'all seen me been using. I've rinsed it, and I like to keep my containers. It keeps it fresher than when I put it in a Ziploc bag and bowl. So, and we go through it pretty fast. We eat a lot of salad during the week. Y'all see all my videos. I may not post the salad every time I make it because we eat it so often. But we're gonna put some of this right here on our top bun. Now this is amazing me. Some people like to put all their veggies on the bottom of the bun. I've always grew up with putting it on the top. I just prefer it that way. And then we have these amazing dill pickles. When I tell you these are some really good dill pickles, I got these at Aldi. All right, so let's take that out. I can use this little knife. We cut the veggies with. There we go. So we're gonna put that on the 2 on there. That's right. That's right. Get them on there nice. Okay. I'm gonna move those back out of the way. And so now we're just waiting. We got 45 seconds left waiting on our fish. And I believe it's gonna be perfect. I don't believe I'm gonna have to cook it any longer. So let's see if I'm right. I believe I timed this just perfect. I was like, I can cook this fish, do all of this, and everything be ready at the same time. So let's see, 26 seconds. What y'all eat for lunch today? I hope this give you all some creative ideas on some stuff you can do and make the simplest of things something a little special that just makes food exciting. I live for food, to be excited about food. I work for food. I travel for food. I guess they say, girl, you a foodie. I am. Welcome to the team. I love good food. All right, there she goes. There she goes. Let's take a turn with me, y'all. There we go. All right. Let's pull it out. Ooh, 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 ooh. How beautiful is that? All right, we're going to turn together. Here we go. I'm going to sit it on the stove because it is hot. I don't want it to burn my counter. So let me grab a fork and we can test to see if it's done. All right. It just needs to flake. Ah, perfect. When I tell you it's perfect, I'm just going to show y'all this in the middle. Look at that. It's perfect. Look at that. Oh, yeah, I'll go up. Now I just need a spatula right here. Oh, that seasoning is so good. I'm so happy that I tried that seasoning on the fish. It is really good. Okay, let's get it. I'm gonna sit it right here. I'm gonna slice it because this is for 2 sandwiches. One for me and one for Romy Rome. So let's cut it like this, right in half. Can y'all see that? Let me see. Let me get a little turn. Look, just a tiny bit like that. We're gonna slice it in half. Yep, there we go. We're gonna take this first one. This is what we're gonna do first. We're gonna put a little of this under the bottom. Just a little bit on the bun, under the bottom. Just like so, both. Yep. So when we bite it, we can get it on top and the bottom in our mouth. You know, that little explosion. All right, let's put that on there. Okay. You know, Jerome get the big piece of chicken. So he get the big sandwich. Okay. Yeah, I know the rule. Daddy get the big piece of chicken. Even though this is fish, rules still apply. All right, about to add that slaw on there. Or salad dressing, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I feel like it's slaw if it got cabbage, but it's no cabbage. So I guess it's still kind of a slaw. All right. Put that on there just like that. Boy, that looks so good. That looks so good. Where are those Chicago peppers at? Let's slide him in. Let's get him over here. Y'all remember the Chicago peppers? There. So let's grab a little bit of those. All right. I'm going to move it into the camera a little bit. Just a little bit like that. Yep. I'm going to eat some too, don't mind. I love them too. Especially on sandwiches. That oil that the peppers are in is just really good. All right. So let's move that back over there. Let's top our sandwiches. Let's put that right here. Yep. Let's put this one right here. There we go. Look, which one was Jerome's? All right, let's pick it up. That one might have been his. Let's see. All right, let's take a good bite out of this. Ooh, look at that. My God. Okay, here we go for that bite. You see that? It's your girl Kathy from Kathy's Kitchen.